Revelation 11:15, it says, "The seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of the Almighty and of his Messiah, and he shall reign forever and ever." And then it talks about the first resurrection being that day. This is now the time that the righteous dead will be judged, and you will reward your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, both small and great. And they shall be priests of Yeshua and his Messiah, and they shall reign with him 1,000 years. So that resurrection is clearly at the beginning of those 1,000 years, which happens at the Feast of Trumpets when the king comes back and claims this world, and all the kingdoms of this world become the kingdoms of the Almighty. And we see a parenthetical flashback, basically, that goes back to look at Yom Teruah back in the past, when there was a great sign in heaven, the woman clothed with the sun and the moon, the king's star was seen. And it says that she was almost in labor. So she gave birth to Yeshua the first day of Sukkot, but here at Trumpets 15 days earlier, you see the king's star on the Feast of Trumpets, which the Feast of Trumpets is all about him coming back as king. So it's so appropriate that the wise men saw his kingly star, his king's star, on the Feast of Trumpets back then, and when she was almost going to give birth. So Teruah means to shout, and so the seventh trumpet that sounds to bring in the new kingdom is also the cry of triumph. Okay, you also know in Revelation when it talks about the two witnesses in Jerusalem at the end of the age, when a great fear fell upon all those who saw them, and they heard a great voice from heaven calling to the two witnesses, "Come up here!" And they ascended up into heaven in a white cloud while their enemies watched. Well, this is a reference. Michael Rood in the Chronological Gospels actually says this is a reference to the scenario that is rehearsed at the beginning of every single month, when the two witnesses are called up to the Temple Mount to report their sighting of the new moon. This is especially important for the sighting that begins in the 7th month, as that sighting begins the high Shabbat of Yom Teruah. This is the feast that is known as occurring on a day and hour that no man knows, because it is determined by the sighting of the new moon by two witnesses, and the verification by the Kohen Gadol, who announces, "Blow the trumpet." Every month, this rehearsal was anticipating the last trumpet that will sound the very next event, which is the coming of the king.